Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. SubhaanAllah, did you know that the Muslims self-exiled them from Mecca and they went to the outskirts of Mecca during the boycott? It was such a challenging time when the Muslims, SubhaanAllah, were ridiculed, were tortured, were persecuted, SubhaanAllah. Things got very difficult. The Muslims now had to face the boycott, a ban. The Quraysh, they set out, SubhaanAllah, and they wanted to hurt the Muslim to such an extent that they told everyone, no one socialize with the Muslims. Do not buy and sell. Do not interact. Do not allow your children to get married to them, SubhaanAllah. Do not buy and sell. Things got so difficult for the Muslims that they self-exiled themselves outskirts of Mecca, and that's where they spent the years of boycott. It was individuals like Mut'im ibn Adi that helped and supported the Muslims. We know eventually the Prophet ﷺ, when they were planning to assassinate the Prophet ﷺ, he migrated to, SubhaanAllah, to Medina. Eventually, years later, he comes back to Mecca during the conquest of Makkah, and he enters through the door of Bab al-Fath. He's on his camel, he, SubhaanAllah, rides in, and when he walks in with 10,000 companions, and there are approximately 2,000 citizen inhabitants of Mecca at that time, what he does, he goes and he performs tawaf round the Kaaba. Every time he goes past the Kaaba, what he does, he uses his staff to point towards the Hajar Aswad, and that's him kissing Hajar Aswad. He does the tawaf, and all the idols that are on the front, they're being destroyed at the same time. And then what he does, he comes and he walks inside the Kaaba. Bilal radiallahu anhu is there with him, SubhaanAllah, and all the idols are destroyed inside. He tells Bilal radiallahu anhu, the one that was tortured in front of the Kaaba, SubhaanAllah, because of him saying ahadun ahad, he's been told now to climb onto the Kaaba and give adhan. How amazing and that sight must have been. How awesome, SubhaanAllah, that the companions were waiting for years to come and perform the Umrah freely. Allahu Akbar. During the conquest of Makkah, the Prophet ﷺ, he does not intend to take revenge. SubhaanAllah, even at that time, Suhail ibn Amr radiallahu anhu, he says that we find you as an honorable person. We know that you will not extract revenge, SubhaanAllah. And the Prophet ﷺ says that this is the day of mercy, forgives and gives amnesty to so many people, SubhaanAllah. And he says only certain individuals that we will attack, and we will be after them. And one of those individuals was, of course, Ikrimah bin Abu Jahl. However, we find out that his wife Hakim embraces Islam, and he says, Ya Rasulullah, give my husband protection. I will bring him back as a Muslim, SubhaanAllah. I'll share that story with you another day, inshallah. Jazakallah. Assalamu alaikum.